Do you know what has been constant through generations in this ever-changing world of ours? It is the love for food. Yes, the love for good food is still growing. But food itself and the people involved in cooking and enjoying these delicacies have adjusted to the changing times. One such amazing yet barely noticed change is the evolution of women. I mean, think about it. The way women used to go about in our grandmom's time is vastly different from now. And so is the food. It has evolved from traditional dishes whose recipes have been passed down through generations to what we call neoclassical dishes of now, which are quick to make and are a delight to consume. Let's unwind on a journey to witness the grand evolution of women and food through the years. We all know the traditional thali, a huge platter with a variety of mouth-watering dishes. I remember my grandmother used to make one whenever we visited her. It had both sweet and savory dishes. I remember having freshly fried puris along with chole that were just oozing with a plethora of spices. And let's not forget the papad. I always used to ask for an extra one. And last but not the least, we had the kheer. Me and my cousins would save that for the last. And you know what is the fun part? The kheer had different items every time. Sometime it was made of rice, and other time it was made of vermicelli. Either way, it was absolutely delicious. A special version of the thali is the typical Udiya thali. It is the one that is closest to my heart. During summers, the hero was a traditional dish of akhada, and at other times it was roti or rice. Then we had our traditional dalma, a dish that is a treat for the people of Odisha. Then we had spicy mix of one or more vegetables, which again had a variety of different spices cooked to perfection. And lastly, we had a juicy rasagulla for our sweet tooth. The fact that it is all cooked at home by our grandmas makes it even more amazing. We all loved our grandmas. What's interesting to note here is that the women of our grandma's generation were housewives with, to be honest, little to no degree of freedom. They usually didn't work, and most of the time was spent taking care of the house and the children. Yet they had magic in their hands. Their sense of womanhood reflected in the food. Not to mention, these dishes were usually time consuming and also took a lot of effort to make. It required both precision and gentleness. And this fact also shines through our grandmoms. They have strict rules for traditions and yet are all loving for the children and grandchildren. Talking about our moms, we all crave for the food they make, don't we? They have what we call as mom's magic. Even if it is just a simple dish, it was magical because the primary ingredient was the purest form of love. One of my mom's go-to dishes was lemon rice, combined with a special paneer 65, a dish that I crave even more now as I have to stay far from her. This for the generation of fusion food, a generation where women handled work and their homes. The society calls them working housewives. They wanted the best for the children in whichever way possible. Our moms used to go to work in the morning and yet come back and cook us the food with the same unwavering love. A true warrior indeed. I remember one time I asked my mom if I could go out and eat a roll. She insisted that she would make one at home. And to my amusement, it was absolutely delicious. It had a more than generous filling of vegetables and was made at home. This also became a snack during my exams when I would not be able to go out in between my preparations, and my mom would make me rolls and all sorts of other snacks. We can say this for the generation of women that challenged the norms of society and started breaking out of the socially imposed chains. They started seeking new opportunities while also being attached to the traditions. This brought the change in the way food was being cooked. It was more geared towards the food that could be made at home, yet took a lot less time. This was a generation where yesterday's food would be converted into an entirely new dish just by the addition of a few extra things. It was a time of exploration for women who were discovering new avenues and challenging themselves to excel at every field. After a long journey through the memory lanes, we have reached 2022. Long gone are the days where women were dependent on men. This is a generation of women who command respect, are self-confident, and are capable in every aspect. The change in the style and preferences food have also changed according to the times. People want fast and healthy food. They are more conscious and also don't want to limit themselves to just one cuisine. New and innovative ways of cooking with the same ingredient have been improvised. Like the garlic noodles, which is a popular dish among the Indian Chinese food lovers. It has a spicy zing to the already existing classic rice noodles. A really mouth-watering dish which can be cooked within a minute and is also healthy in a lot of aspects. Speaking of new ways to cook, we have the fan favorite paneer finger. Traditional cottage cheese, deep fried, which can be accompanied with almost any type of dip. Every bite is filled with flavors to the brim. It takes ordinary cottage cheese and turns it into this amazing trendy dish. It's healthy, easy to prepare, and not to mention so flavorful. This is a generation of women which is breaking all stereotypes and is reaching new heights every day. We are moving towards an exhilarating time in history where the world notices the absence and celebrates the presence of women. Women are the key to joy and peace in this world. And hence we wrap our story of food and women. On behalf of Keurig, we wish you a very happy International Women's Day. Let's recognize the significance of women in our lives and society and inspire them for even greater achievements. Thank you.